Hello, how are you today? So today is January 24th and it is a Saturday, so sort of the end of the week, depends on how you look at it. I was stressed and irritated today. So today we have a double colored star. In terms of sleep, I got about 4.5 hours, give or take. I think on my phone sleep log I have exactly 4.5 hours, but that's slightly inaccurate because I calculate the time myself. For the temperature, it was mostly in the 50s today, with some of the temperature being in the 60s, mostly in the afternoon and a tiny bit in the evening. So we did have that, and I think tomorrow it's also supposed to be warm, so thank goodness. It was a bit rainy though. In terms of screen time, I believe it was 8 hours today. And then I was trying to calculate my screen time by myself. It was 9 hours. It was 9 hours today. But I was trying to calculate my weekly average myself. I probably got it wrong. Math is not my strong suit. I think this part of the video actually took me 20 minutes and I did most of it off screen, obviously. But I figured I'd give y'all an insight of what that's gonna look like from here on out, since I don't know if my new phone will calculate that for me. If I'm doing it wrong though, or if anyone has any pointers, do let me know. Like I said, math is not my strong suit. There's a reason I'm a writer and not a mathematician. However, I did calculate that I spent 69 hours and 9 minutes in total on my phone, which is more than I would like, but oh well. And I think the average, if I calculated correctly, came out to about 9 hours and some change. So I did not calculate the minutes, or I technically did, but I did not write down the minutes, I think. Yeah, I did not write down the minutes. I still haven't finished a book. I haven't read in a while, actually. In terms of websites, I visited Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Ko-Fi, and YouTube, and technically I did visit Blue Sky, I marked it down and everything. However, that was on accident. Apparently I did not properly click off my screen and turn off my phone screen, and so it got opened by my pocket, and I randomly went to look at a recipe and saw it. No walk today. Like I said, it was a bit rainy, but I did do some of the craft, if you know what I mean. Simmer pots, which my simmer pots will be coming out on Monday. I plan to have them active on my store at midnight. I wrote 10 words today, not a lot, but to be fair, I started writing at 11:55. I missed one dose of my Prazosin, which is my PTSD med, because I slept past it, because my husband fed the baby this morning, so I went back to bed after changing the baby. We did not spend any money today. We stayed home all day, so woohoo on that front. Still in my luteal, but my period should be starting soon. I am dreading it, as usual. I did take a nap today, which is when I went back to bed, and I napped for about 3 hours. I had medium anxiety, which is part of why I was so irritated. I get very irritable if I'm anxious because I'm anxious, and everything makes it worse. I was also in pain and had some stomach pain today as well. In terms of fast food, like I said, we spent nothing today, so obviously we did not have fast food. With stress, I also had medium stress. I got a lot going on. With steps, I took 3,060, which I changed my goal from 10,000 to 7,000 because I felt like that was a little bit more achievable. I took a normal shower, and in terms of pain, like I said, some stomach pain as well as body pain, like my shoulder, hips, things like that. I had about medium energy, about 60%. And then in terms of dreams, I can't remember my dreams. So that is unfortunate. In terms of adulterous, I did dishes. That is a never-ending cycle. I really do not like how much I have to do dishes. On top of that, I also took a shower. Like I said, I cooked. We had homemade chicken noodle soup. It was very good. However, I did not have egg noodles, which is what I normally use. But I had a lot of elbow noodles, like macaroni noodles. So I used those instead. It worked out fine, just a little bit different. And I also did some laundry and some tidying. I'm hoping to have the laundry done before like all of the laundry washed, dried, and put away before next Friday, since we're trying to go on vacation. And like I said, some tidying, just a little like picking up here and there as I go. I finally put up my iron. I finally like moved it from my crafting table to my laundry room, and then I skipped a few pages because nothing new with that. And then our affirmation for today is, I am sacred with my access. My time, body, and energy are luxuries, not discounts. And I remembered to write it down like somewhere else before doing my voiceover. That way I wasn't having to wait for myself to write it out. And I think this is important because I give a lot of people unnecessary access to my time.